Good morning, Buffalo, and welcome to Western New York at Work on WBBZ TV. We have another amazing show in store for you today. Three founders that are making a huge difference in our community. As we all fight through the COVID-19 environment, we are all in this together. And these three individuals are making some amazing strides and keeping us connected through collaboration, by providing resources, and helping us fight this pandemic. Good morning, Buffalo, and welcome to another version of Western New York at Work, where we talk about the people and the individuals that are making a difference in our community. And I think it's so important that we reflect that we are all going through a crisis. I have three amazing individuals on today's show. You're going to want to hear exactly what each of them are doing, what they have to say, but equally important, how they've come together and they're creating a new momentum in our community. But first of all, good morning, everyone, and welcome to Western New York at Work.
Good morning.
Good morning. Thanks for having us.
Okay, great. Well, again, welcome to today's show. What the three of you are doing independently as well as collectively is really a testament to how Western New York lives, breathes, and how we work. You are a great compliment to what I consider to be the fabric of Western New York at Work. But that being said, let's start with a few introductions.
So Mike Anderson, I've born in the Buffalo area, so I've been here 37 years now. I almost forget that I just turned 37. And I am a business insurance agent, aside from being a founder of G.R.O.W Buffalo. And I enjoy helping businesses and trying to provide as much value as I can to people, and working with people and partnering with others, especially Connie and Kanishka.
My name's Kanishka. I moved here from Dubai 6 years ago. I'm the co-founder of an audio tech startup out of the University of Buffalo. And then recently I started a digital marketing agency, and I got connected with Mike and Connie just because they're so active in the community, and we were just bound to collide. So we connected and came up with this awesome idea and put that together. So
for me, I have a business coaching practice. I've been a business coach for about 9 years, scattered to Streamlined business coaching. And I primarily work with solo business owners, helping them get really clear on where they want to take their businesses and develop the plan behind it, the business plan, and then provide the support and resources and accountability to help them reach those goals. And it's been a lot of fun. I shouldn't say that. It's been interesting these last few months working with businesses, given the current circumstances that no one could have planned for, and helping them get creative, be visible, and make sure that their businesses keep going and can come out of this from a strong perspective.
Let's talk about the mindset and the thought process behind starting G.R.O.W.
Well, it was interesting. I was just talking with Mike and Kanishka about how I went back just before this show to remind myself of what happened, because so much has happened in the last 4 to 5 weeks. This started right after and as a result of the quarantine. Mike and I have known each other for a while. We're friends. We're in some networking groups together. And we were talking quite a bit because Mike was putting together an amazing newsletter. And what it was looking for people who were really giving in the community with nothing behind it. They just wanted to help others. We were talking about that. And at the same time, I was thinking about starting a Facebook group to help support businesses. It was kind of a natural outgrowth of my business coaching firm. And so we started talking about this idea of combining this together and just getting out there and seeing what would happen with it.
I had gotten in contact with David Schaub, and he was running the Western New York Entrepreneur Podcast. And I went to one of his networking events and we got to talk, and he was just a creative guy and we brainstorm a lot. And he had just been, completely, he just wanted to stop doing the networking events that she was hosting once a month. And then we had a conversation. I said, hey, man, why don't you just do this virtually? At the same time, I had met Mike at the same networking event, and he came to that same virtual event. And he was talking about this awesome thing that him and Connie were putting together. And then off of that momentum, I wanted to start a virtual office hour to get the people stuck at home who are really skilled and have a lot of things to offer to kind of get on panels and talk about their specialties and stuff. So I think in a lot of different ways, all three of us were kind of going towards this, but from a different direction.
I don't even know if we had a structure. We just said we want to put a group together and provide resources to businesses because they're struggling.
And I'll share this. This is the first time I can say that I've witnessed something go from 0 to 100 in a short period of time that it has. And I'm going to applaud you throughout the course of today's show because you are well deserving of that. So let's talk about that. What does the name G.R.O.W stand for? Because there's a very specific meaning to it.
So G.R.O.W stands for giving, resources, opportunities, and wisdom.
And when I first heard the name, the first thing that came to mind was a plant or seed, planting the seed. So and seeing something grow, the birth of something. And I think, in my own personal and professional opinion, that's what we are starting to see. We're seeing the birth of collaboration and the introduction of individuals that may not have had the opportunity or would have had the opportunity to meet if it wasn't for this presence.
The community has really embraced this group, and it's really the community that have joined in together that really makes the group now. I mean, we have, as you know, Dale, we have events almost every day, whether they're workshops or office hours or networking. And they're all run by members of the event who are volunteering their time. They're volunteering their time to prepare for these, to be there with us. It really has become a community-run organization now. They're involved in the comments, the posts, the events. It's so beyond what the three of us could have ever anticipated.
Yeah, and in fact, my first event that I participated on was the Monday Coffee Kickoff. And I'll be the first to say, Monday is my day that I do a lot of administrative work. I really try not to plan many appointments. But I decided to participate, and it was one of the best Monday meetings that I've ever participated in. So now I look forward to it.
The people coming in, I mean, without the people reaching out to us, everyone's been more than willing to help and participate and give their time to provide, expert knowledge. And like Connie said, without that, this would be nothing.
Okay. And Kanishka, your point of view on it.
Yeah, I think everything happens because of the openness of the people that are running it. Like Mike and Connie, just so open to trying new things. When we started it, we only had wanting to do the office hour on Wednesday and kickoff on Monday. But then we said, hey, there's so many people and so many things going on. Do you guys want to do another event on Thursday? Do you want to do another one on Friday? It is definitely, like Connie said, a community-run event. Like we were just the kind of, it would have happened even without us. It was there, and we just happened to be in the right position at the right time to be those people to put it together. But it was something the community needed, and then, they built it themselves.
Okay. All right, Connie, I'm going to bring this back to you. And this is a two-part question. One, how many members do you currently have?
Well, it's probably changed since I last looked. Mike is going to have this number exactly. I'm going to guess around 540. Where are we, Mike? No?
570.
Oh boy.
I think we were at 5:40 in the morning.
Well, okay, all right. That's what I looked last. But what I noticed was this week and last week we added 92 members or 93 members each week. Mm-hmm. And going back to the community this morning, somebody invited a whole bunch of people. So our community, they're appreciating it and inviting more people. So yeah, in what has it been? A little over a month. It's really grown, and I think that's a testament to the quality of the conversations that are going on in there and the events that are being held.
Well, the second question is, why should someone be interested in knowing more or joining the organization?
I believe that I think we've actually helped save some businesses already. I think this community has helped save some businesses. Not to name any names, but I can recall early on in this, some people came forth with some questions. It looked like they were going to close up their businesses, and they reached out to the group. Various people helped them. I know Mike was very instrumental to this one person I'm thinking of. Now that business is thriving. The business owner was really open to hearing ideas, and she just took it all in and ran with it, and she's doing really well. And I think we have a few examples of that. So I think the combination of the learning and the community, it just can't be beat. And people are just so willing to help each other. There's no holding back. And I mean, we said early on, no self-promotion, no spam, that kind of thing. I can't believe how people have completely respected that. We haven't had to say to anyone, you're in here too much promoting your own work, and that people are so giving.
Hi everyone, I'm Lauren Lewis with Western New York at Work and a partner at Staff Buffalo. And I wanted to come and say hi to everyone today to talk about career tips. Now, I know we're all in a very uncertain time, and maybe you're not sure about what the future holds for you for your job. Maybe your job is set in stone, but this is a really good time, since many of us are at home and working from home every day, to kind of maybe do some things that you thought you wanted to do in the past. So I wanted to give you some career tips on things that you could be doing while you're home. And another tip is set goals for yourself. It's easy to kind of fall into a normal routine while we're all working remotely, but you can set goals for yourself to maybe, if you're looking for a new job, research companies you're interested in. Make a list of certain companies you want to explore. And then, say you want to do it by Wednesday and get that done. Set those goals. Set the goal to update your resume. Set the goal to update your LinkedIn. Set the goal to complete that project that maybe you wanted to do at some point, but you're too busy. You were too busy commuting to work, getting your kids to and from school and activities, and you had different events and meetings at nights. Now is a great time to kind of take those projects that you had planned to do and actually do them. So make sure you set those goals. Kind of keeping consistent with a lot of these things and updating the resume, updating your LinkedIn profile. It's really a great time now to do it because everyone's home for the most part. Everyone's working remotely. And if you're not, if you're an essential worker, thank you for everything you're doing throughout this pandemic. But if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out. Again, that's Lauren Lewis with Staff Buffalo. And you can always look up Staff Buffalo at staffbuffalo.com or email me at llewis@staffbuffalo.com. Hope you found it helpful.
And Mike, I'm going to bring this back to you because I think there's such a diverse group of business owners and professionals, and not everyone has his or her own business. Well, can you speak to the many different industries that are a part of G.R.O.W?
Oh, man, yeah, there's a lot. There's restaurants, there's marketers, there's sales professionals, insurance people, financial advisors, dry cleaning, life coaches, business coaches. But the thing is it's free. It's literally a lot of information, literally months worth of resources and events within a couple weeks period of time. Right now, so much information is needed because it's not even just the events. It is the resources that people are sharing, on the lending, on financial aspects, on working at home, on the different sites like what the U.S. Chamber's doing, what different groups are doing. It's all just regularly being shared. And then we even separate it out to where if you're new, you have no idea what you're kind of getting into because maybe it wasn't explained or it was just, hey, you should join this group, you join it. There's separated folders where you can literally just kind of go pinpoint what you want to look at, whether it's past events, past recordings, or just resources.
Okay, which brings up another good point, because it does start with the people, but I'm going to pivot over to another important aspect of it, which is the technology. So Kanishka, I'm going to direct this towards you. The organization is also driven by technology, and I know you play a huge role in that area. So can you just kind of share some information as to this new virtual meeting place that we are all or having to be comfortable with?
I think, we use Zoom mostly for our meetings, and then Facebook is the place where we organize everybody and show them where the events are. And it's really a simple thing. It's something that was, it's not a new concept. It's something that's been around for a long time, and we just happen to be forced to use it now. When we do our Zoom meetings, we have this group session where everybody jumps on and we do introductions and we talk about, if it's a workshop or an office hour, we have panelists and it's like a group session. If you have a networking event, we have breakout rooms. So within Zoom, you can assign people to individual rooms. So you can jump on to a 30 people, 40 people call, but you'll end up talking to 25 people one-on-one because you're jumping into these breakout rooms. And I think that's where most of the value is, especially in terms of these creative collisions, being able to be exposed to so many people. I think the technology itself, it's for some people, it's even better than their regular networking events because you get exposure to more people than you normally would. You go to a regular networking event and you talk to 3-4 people and you have a long conversation, but now you're limited to 5-6 minutes in a room with 3 people, and you exchange your contact details and you're going to connect later. So
for 40 business owners and professionals that are tuning in to learn a particular topic of interest and how they can either stay in business or improve their business, that's just awesome. So I'm going to bring it back to Mike. And Mike, here's the real setup question, because you are all about the customer, providing the best customer service experience for your clients. And so I'm going to kind of put a box around you to a certain degree, because I know that's something that you're passionate about. And so is it too soon to ask for business? Is it, what's your take on providing the best level of customer service now as well as moving forward?
Honestly, I think you have to have the mindset of not even worrying about the sale right now. I know it's easier said than done for some people, because if they don't, they may not make it. But even in that aspect, you have to keep the customer in mind and still do your best to help them. So whether it's a service you're providing or anything like that, if you're really helping them and you're genuine about it and reaching out to them or connecting with them, it doesn't hurt to ask them if they know somebody or if there's anybody else you can talk that I can talk to that I can help. So it's kind of extending on Kanishka. What he was saying is you need to be connected with them. You need to be authentically wanting to help them and doing your best to help them. Some are okay, they don't want to accept any help, but almost everyone appreciates it. But again, it has to, anything you do when you're connecting and helping people, that you're doing it because you want to.
Yes.
If you're just doing it because you think that will give you the best return later, that will come off, and that will show. People will recognize that. So those people that are trying to do that, I don't know how you change that mindset, but you have to find ways or adapt your thinking of other ways you can help people. So it's just finding ways to be there. And if you can, just worrying about when things are back to normal. But even then, I think always, even before this, you want to do your best to help people, and they'll come back to you and they'll treat you well and they'll want to work with you and they'll want to send people to you.
As it relates to social media, are there any tips that you want to specifically share, having Facebook or LinkedIn, having it or not having it? Is there anything in that space or in just digital marketing that you want to say?
I think if you're a business or an individual and you are deciding how much attention you need to put on social media, you got to think about your customer. You got to think about what they're going through and what is it that you can do to be there for them. What are you somebody who can provide value in their life? And if so, in what way? And then that you kind of got to do that through your social media, figure out where your clientele, where do they spend most of their time on. If you're like a B2B business, they're probably on LinkedIn more. If you're like a B2C business, they're going to follow you on Instagram. Give them an opportunity to see what you're up to. Be authentic. And, even before all this happened, authenticity is what really drives marketing nowadays, simply because of the internet. You can't have secrets from people. So you really got to be yourself. And it's okay if some people don't like what you are, because there's going to be a lot of other people that do. So what you got to do as a business right now is be authentic. Tell them what's going on. Tell them what's going on at home. Tell them what's going on with your family, with your friends, your staff. Like, tell them and be authentic and let them know that you're struggling just like them. So I feel like being very authentic and clear when you're messaging and being consistent, talking to them like they're your friends, that's kind of what you got to do on social media.
The one thing we haven't talked about yet, and we're going to kind of mention that as we move forward, for anyone who's interested and wants more information about the organization, what contact information can we provide them?
For Grow Buffalo Business, just go on Facebook and just look up those words, Grow Buffalo Business. It's going to pop right up. That's the place where we're visible.
Western New York at Work is brought to you by our key business partners and many business professionals, including Bocce's Club Pizza, Staff Buffalo, Buffalo Healthy Living, CAI Global, Hope Buffalo, Embassy Suites Hotel, and 716 Limousine.
Okay, good. Kanishka, I'm going to come back to you. Are there plans to keep G.R.O.W going, continuing after things settle?
Yeah, I think that's what, we had this conversation. I think we're going to try to keep some of our virtual events going, moving forward, but also maybe transition into a live event and, try to actually put a body to the faces that we've seen.
We have talked to some people out in other areas about possibly expanding, and because this is all information that people can use everywhere.
Are you speaking of other communities other cities, or just other ways of growing throughout Western New York?
Go ahead, Mike.
I was just going to say all of it.
Oh, both. Okay.
Yeah, it's funny because, we've talked with people in other areas of New York, and I'm not originally from Buffalo. I've been here for about 5 years now and absolutely love it. But most of my life has been spent in other areas. So, I've got a lot of connections and friends and clients in other areas. And I keep hearing from people, oh, we want to start something like this in San Diego. Oh, we want to start something like this in Chicago. So you just never know where this might grow.
Okay, well, that's good, because you've started something, you've grown exponentially. To go from zero, or I should say in this case, from the founders to 500 plus members in a 30 to 40 day period of time, that is just remarkable. And it's a testament to your character, your business ethics, but what you're doing for others.
I think a direction that we're going to take with G.R.O.W is we're going to have some cool we're going to do a walk or a hike, have like a G.R.O.W hike, it's the same thing. We want to kind of have the same type of creative events that we have online. So like not go back to the regular networking formats that we do, because that's kind of what keeps G.R.O.W going, is like we have so much variety, and every week there's something new that we're coming up with, and like people are volunteering for, So I think the goal is to just kind of do more of that.
So guys, let's talk a little bit more about events. Not only the events that took place in the month of April, but also what can we look for in the month of May?
Yeah, no, it's a great question, because there's been so much going on. And first, every Monday, 10 a.m. is our coffee kickoff, every single Monday. Every Wednesday is an office hour at 3 p.m. Every Thursday is a workshop at 10 a.m. But some of the specific events, we had a digital online hour, a few happy hours, speed networking, a hot seat, SBA loan support, public speaking, human resources, Facebook and Instagram ads. Connie did the bounce back business planning. We had another SBA one, Canva. There's a lot more. And so those are some of what we've done in April. And what we have going on in May is going to be, we have another hot seat, more happy hours. We have the monthly book club that's coming up. So that will be the first event. We have productivity, working at home, organizing your workspace, direct mail workshop, business insurance office hour, podcasting, Zoom workshop, MailChimp workshop, sales workshop, more marketing workshops. So we're going to get more in depth in that. A lot of people are wanting marketing, want more details, want more in depth. And then we're going to have some great guests on our Mondays. We're working closely with Dinner on the House, which is a big event Friday, 100% donations going to healthcare workers.
And just kind of to add on to what Mike was saying about Dinner on the House, that's a charity organization or charity event kind of put together through the community. This time also, creates opportunity, and like everybody in these events, they're resilient and they're creative. So having these connections, not only are you growing and working on your own businesses, but you're also creating new businesses.
Grow means a lot of things, but it means different things to different people. Connie, I'm going to come back to you. What does grow mean to you?
So many things, and I'll condense it really quickly. It means community, first of all, I believe. It means education, and it means support for everyone in our local community.
Kanishka, what does grow mean to you?
I think opportunity to meet and connect with new people and form new relationships and build things.
And Mike, what does grow mean to you, sir?
Being able to provide resources, being there for each other, helping each other as much as possible, working together as a community, and really just a ton of resources and networking.
Are there any thank yous that you want to extend to anyone out there, throughout the Western New York community, or anyone that's really just a part of the group?
I just want to thank Mike and Kanishka. I can't think of two people I would rather be in partnership with. When we went into this, I mean, we Mike and I knew each other. I didn't know Kanishka. I mean, we gel so well together, and I have so much respect and high regard for both of these guys. I know we'll be in each other's lives for years to come.
The mission speaks for itself. The people that are the founders, as well as the participating members, share your vision and your mission, and I think it all comes together. We've talked about the collaboration, we've talked about the resources, the giving, the opportunity, and as a result of that, we will see ourselves, well beyond after the COVID-19 has settled, and we are, just continue to help our community grow. I can't thank you enough. Thank you so much again for being a part of Western New York at Work. And you guys have a great day, a beautiful week, and we'll be talking to you soon.
All right,
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks for having us.
Western New York at Work is brought to you by our key business partners and many business professionals, including Bocce's Club Pizza, Staff Buffalo, Buffalo Healthy Living, CAI Global, Hope Buffalo, Embassy Suites Hotel, and 716 Limousine.